going to Columbus with the first team, excuse me. That sets up Carver Miller to make his second start of the year between the sticks. Portland in the green, Minnesota United in the baby blues. On the flip side for Minnesota United 2, some changes as well. Alex Smear once again is between the sticks, going left to right. Sam Goldfarb here saying hello from historic Providence Park. Timbers with their second consecutive home match. Well, we mentioned the long layover for Minnesota United FC2. Have not played a league match since late March. They've dropped each of their opening 2 Next Pro contests. Fell 4-1 in their season opener. And well, on both ends of the pitch, it's been a slow start. Here's the cross from Masanvi looking for Wea. But also there is concern about rust. Have not played a competitive match, as we mentioned, in about 3 weeks. This is Linares. Bunbury heads it along, looking for Santos. A 19-year-old goalkeeper out of Charlottesville who spent the bulk of his early days in Germany as the overzealous challenge can have some unwanted byproducts. This is that. Wea coming in heavy on the challenge. Got a lot more of Johnston than the ball, and Fogassa got him on the board on the stroke at halftime, and then that's where the match changed. Of course, no Nathan Fogassa in the squad tonight, a player who interim head coach Serge Dinkota said was a big reason why they triumphed, and not just because of the brace. Felt he led the line with plenty of maturity. There's a quick turn from Wea. He's one-on-one with Ferdinand, and he slots it in. Minnesota has liftoff. And it's the first goal of the season for Patrick Wea. Just a quick turn on Ferdinand, who thought he had the angle covered, just dribbles it across the face of goal. Miller doesn't really see it, his vision's. Portland finds themselves on the back foot. And now throwing numbers forward, long-range effort, and Smear's first test is passed comfortably. Well, Wea is, it will be Finn McRobb to take it, the left back. Pings it to the back stick. Harvey got ahead to it, but no challenge ultimately for Miller between the pipes. Linares has Santos over the top. He's through on goal. Santos! An excellent bit of last-ditch interference from Duggan. Head coach Jeremy Hall, who, again, if you missed it off the top, missing tonight with a red card suspension. There's a great ball through to Burnberry, and he's through. Goalkeeper's out of net, and Mateo Bunbury equalizes. Well, against the grain, Portland's found their equalizer, and it's a nice bit of individual skill from Bunbury, who dinks it over Smear. An opening 20 minutes that was thoroughly bossed by Minnesota, but Portland finding an equalizer, and now they're winding their sails a bit more. A lovely equalizer from Mateo Bunbury, who caught them off guard on the counter. Santos looking to do the same. And while he had the near post wide open, Wea going to work on the near side, cuts it back, was looking for Masanvi, and ultimately took the final touch off his shin. There have been chances for Minnesota since the opener, though. Unable to convert. Now numbers here for Portland. Santos, Bunbury curls it, and it deflects in. A brace for Mateo Bunbury, and Portland is in front. 2 goals in 5 minutes for the 18-year-old. This one on the counter. Cuts in on his left. It's a 4-2. Mendoza's long ranger routinely into the gloves of Smear. Duggan tries, and well, it drew a palm from Miller. Ultimately doesn't touch it as it goes over the crossbar. It's not a bad effort here from the center back. Just got underneath it too much, and yep, clattered the top of the bar, no touch. Time for perhaps 1 or 2 final chances for each squad. Actually receiving the yellow here. He's the one that's brought down, and it's the reaction after the fact which draws the card from the official. Whistle blows. That'll do it for the first half. A brace by Mateo Bunbury, allowing Portland to flip the script. And, well, we'll have to redo that kickoff. False start on Linares there. Now we're back underway. Minnesota going left to right on your screen. Portland going right to left. It's a big test for Timbers2. Can they preserve this advantage? Defense has been largely solid this year, but against Whitecaps 2 did throw away, and Timbers2 leading the Loons by a scoreline of 2-1 as a result. If you missed it off the top, Jeremy Hall, despite the fact that there's a different man leading the squad, the tactics remain the same. It's the same style of play. Masanvi has space, cuts it across, and oh, a glaring chance goes begging for Minnesota. And you've got to wonder, given that those chances waned considerably as the first half wore on, how many more they'll get as Santos' run draws the offside flag on the far side. Well, when I talked to Justin Ferguson, he said, it's about coaching continuity. We all are preaching the same principles, and we're trying to employ the same tactics. Masanvi's got space here. And this one does test Miller, but it's right at him. Coverage on MLSNextPro.com begins at 4 p.m. Eastern. Well, Portland has played the last 2 matches at home. They'll finally head back on the road for the first time in April. One back, Moreno draws the whistle. And Weah once again involved, drawing a talking to from the official. Remember, he's on a yellow. Kept in nicely by Linares. No whistle from the referee. Romanchin. Randell hoping to rebound from an up and down first half. Portland last year split the series. They won a game 4-2 before falling 4-0. As we see our first substitute of the night for Minnesota, 17-year-old forward replacing Patrick Weah up front. So first change for the Loons comes up top, and well, double substitution for Portland. Both changes coming in a slightly attack-minded fashion. Noah Santos vacating. It is Jaden Jones-Riley, the Dayton product, replacing him. Bunbury with a quick hit, and it is right at the goalkeeper Smear. It's Josh Penn, who will replace Christian Mendoza. So you see him get on the field quickly, and here's Khan. Johnston loses out. Comes to Harvey, who finishes. And the goal will stand. Minnesota levels. And Carlos Harvey has scored a stunner. Well, there was contact here on Johnston, who went down expecting there to be a foul. Nobody closes. Has made 3 caps with the Panamanian national team, the senior team. We'll see how that changes things. Masanvi now looking for more carnage. He goes down in the area, and no hesitation. Referee Jacqueline Metz directly to the spot. And how has this turned in a hurry? Harvey against Miller. His first penalty attempt of the season. Harvey slots it home. Two goals in rapid succession for Minnesota. And the Loons in front. Textbook penalty here from Harvey. Waits for the goalkeeper, Miller. And well, this game has fully gone haywire. Linares brought down. That's a heavy challenge from Romanchin, and unsurprisingly, the yellow will be brandished for Minnesota, and well, this one was no doubt. Linares heavy contact, finally gets through the challenge, and yep, that's a lot of leg and no ball from the 18-year-old Romanchin. Toward the back post, finds the head of Ferdinand, and not enough force to trouble Alex Smear, team that entered tonight with no points on the day. This is one back upfield by Banks. He's held back by Ferdinand, and well, he knew what he was doing there. Professional yellow. Yeah, this is pretty blatant. Ferdinand loses the ball, trying to catch up, tug of the jersey. It's not dogs though, but it's certainly a yellow. Romanchin stands over the set piece for Minnesota United 2. Tries it himself, and it's off the crossbar. Drew the attention of Carver Miller. Perhaps not enough dip, though, and low cross. A great effort here for Banks, and he just taps it wide of the near post. U15 squad that won the Generations Cup in 2022. Meanwhile, Tyler Clegg was a regular starter last year. Contact with a keeper out of goal. And oh my word, what a clearance off the line by Clegg. There is a man down in the area though, and they may come back to this. Great flick on from Masanvi here. Goalkeeper out of net. Miller makes the contact. Clegg does clear it off the line, but they come back to the earlier foul, and that should be a spot kick from 12 for Minnesota United. Converted a penalty 15 minutes ago. 16 minutes later, it's the same result. Bottom right, a hat trick for Harvey, and Minnesota on their way to their first victory of the season. Well, he went left in the 66th. In the 82nd, he goes right. Gets Miller diving the wrong direction and represent the 5th consecutive meeting, all 5 meetings in which the Loons have put multiple by Portland. And what a display it has been for them going forward tonight. A team that managed just 2 goals in their first 2 matches. And barring late dramatics, Minnesota would secure their first 3 points of the year. Dodson, a late parting gift on the challenge against Linares. It was a great bit of interplay. Heckenleibel the beneficiary, but ultimately won't stand. Now Linares drives it into the back of the net. A lifeline for Portland. A rapid break from the Timbers. Nobody closes down. Weaves through 2 Timber defenders. That'll do it. A game effort from Portland comes up a beat short. as Carlos Harvey's hat-trick heroics make the difference